So a few weeks ago, I found this image and I thought it was hilarious. So I posted only the OGs remember this episode because it is obviously an edited picture and I thought it was really funny, only to find out that this is actually a picture to a video series on YouTube by Taiko Shenjo, and it is called The Right Choice. It is a fan fiction and basically takes the pivotal moment where Goku seemingly falls in love with Chi-Chi and gives him another option. It's actually quite fascinating. I'm gonna leave a link to the original chapter in the description below in the top comment. Go ahead and check it out. Maybe you guys like it. Maybe you guys love the fan fiction, want to listen to it on your drive to work or on your drive to school, whatever. I want to go ahead and give them a shout out because after watching a few episodes, I kind of see where they're coming from, especially due to the fact that the couple had a huge history leading up to that point. Goku has a tough choice to make, either to fall in love with this brand new girl that he hasn't seen in a while, he doesn't recognize her, and he just made a fleeting promise to her when he was young, or to fall in love with the girl that he's been hanging out with for the last couple of years. Let me know in the comment section below, do you guys think Goku is better off with Bulma, or do you think that he's better off with Chi-Chi? And if he goes with Bulma, what changes in the timeline? Because I'm about to tell you what changes in the timeline that I see in the next 5 seconds. So immediately Goku and Bulma getting together really only affects things outside of planet Namek, because if Bulma has a son, I would say just because Goku would still want to honor his grandpa, he would still name his firstborn Gohan. So Gohan would be born to Goku and Bulma, in my opinion, not only making the most adventurous child in Dragon Ball, but also probably one of the smartest, seeing as Gohan was also very intelligent and Bulma made Trunks, who is also very intelligent. So I could see this kid being far braver than the original Gohan ever was. So Raditz would still come to Earth, he would still take Gohan, he would still die, Goku would die, they would still face off with the Saiyan threat, except in all these instances Gohan is more brave than he is cowardly. The events of Namek take place the exact same way, except with Gohan going with his mom as opposed to just going with a friend. Goku still becomes Super Saiyan because that's just not changing, because Goku ends up with Bulma, and then we get to the Android Saga, and this is where everything unravels essentially, and we end up in a dead-end timeline that we see in Dragon Ball's various histories, because without anybody to cuff Vegeta, it's very unlikely that Vegeta destroys planet Earth. I think what ends up happening is he heals at Capsule Corporation under Goku's house, and then he goes off into space on his own, almost like a pirate, doing his own thing, training, fighting, destroying, killing, pillaging, all that stuff around the cosmos. Vegeta is still driven to become stronger than Goku and eventually become a Super Saiyan, but he doesn't stay on Earth and become comfortable, meaning that he becomes a Super Saiyan more than likely far faster than he did in the anime. Now this is where the timeline really splits, because if Goku and Bulma end up having another kid, basically the equivalent of Goten, but I'm assuming that at least Bulma would have a choice to name this kid, and she'd probably name him Trunks. So if they had their version of Trunks, it is a possibility, even with the heart virus and the androids, that a future version of Goku and Bulma's kid, Trunks, comes back in time to save the Prime timeline. But if there is no future kid, then what ends up happening is that Goku ends up dying and the androids come out. With Goku dead, Vegeta comes back to Earth to face off the threat of the androids because he wants a good fight, but he dies anyway because he is still not strong enough to face off the androids. Although in this timeline, I would say that Vegeta is stronger because of his edge, because of he's still intact with his evilness, and he has been basically battling across the stars. He has a lot of experience, so I would say he at least takes out Android 18, but doesn't kill Android 17, leading the Earth to a dead timeline, ultimately destruction of everything to the hands of 17, because 17 is so upset that 18 is dead. But if it's the other timeline, to be honest, it kind of just goes on the same way, minus Vegeta in all those altercations, which ultimately leads to the death of Semi-Perfect Cell at possibly Goku's hands once Goku and Gohan get out of the time chamber, leading to a peaceful Earth up until the Majin Buu arc. There is no Majin Vegeta mini arc in there. So essentially, you really don't get Buu getting born, and at that point, it's also a dead end, more peace to come. Without Vegeta, there's actually a lot of peace in the galaxy. I'm not saying that he's not going to be involved in any of these things, but he's not like as driven to stay on Earth. He could be hundreds of light years away also. He could just be doing his own thing. But those are my guesses. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think and if you have anything to say on what I said.
Subscribe for more content.